Hey Rangers, welcome back to another video, and today we have the Power Rangers SPD Blue Squad and A Squad Ranger. And okay, I would imagine that this would have come with everyone eventually, but I imagine what they can do now is just remake this one, put them into multiple ones. You know, it just seems very weird that they would release this one and then Rangers on their own, like Jack and Shadow Ranger, as well as Pink, that's coming out very soon. But before we begin this review, if you want to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and check that cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. It helps the channel grow, and if we could at least hit 18,000, that would be the best thing in the world. If not, that's cool, but hey, I'm going to be pushing that. So let's jump in. So we have this really nice display here. Now, with the other boxes, they've released the Spectrum ones where it's all black and line, like they're facing each other. I think that if you're going to do the versus range, do it like that, because I think it kind of sets out rather than having them face outward. I think it'd be a different thing. So we have the Rangers there. Then we have the window display, as you can see here. And then you have Sky. You have the, I don't know what his name is. If you know his name, put it in the comments. We have all the special like effects, the head, and then obviously the morpher. Sky there. On the back is just the 3D modeling that they've done. So that might be the pose that we do at the end. Then we have Space Blue, basically, A Squad, and then that's that there. So let's open up this versus pack and have a look inside. So here it is in all the glory. We can see all the accessories properly. 2 hands, the effects. I don't know what this is. If you know, let me know down below in the comments. Then we have his gun for A, and then we both have the accessory extensions. Then we got Sky. We have Sky's face. Then we have his morpher, 2 hands as well. Now I love the fact that my hand isn't all pushed all the way in, so I don't know what that's about, but we'll probably find out. Maybe it stays in, maybe it doesn't. Who knows? Let's find out in the next part. So to me, this is a really weird one because the helmet looks, I'm gonna say Spider-Man, like Venom type to me. I don't know if this is an actual proper helmet design, like they've gone at 100%, but I really don't like the way it looks on. He looks like too massively butch. Like it's just the helmet. That's what kind of brings out. It feels like it's been squashed a little bit too, and I'm not a huge fan. Maybe if it looks better from the side, yeah, but straight on, not a huge fan of this. So looking at it, we can see there's blacks along here, the whites work really well. You then also got the silver painting. Like I really like the SPD logo that's on top of the helmet. I think that kind of like sets it apart from like most helmets. You've got SPD, the D's been lowered a little bit, but I love the number 2 that's on here. SPD is on the buckle, it's in the right position. I generally thought, dear God, it better not be wrong. But this is one thing I really don't like, is the arms feel like they should always be out, but I feel like you could probably have put them more in, and I think it's mainly due to the butterfly joints that they put in. Not a huge fan, but it just feels like the figures can never have, you know, be at attention if you wanted to kind of do it, and it's always the arms going out. Now, in the box when I got it, the arms here were kind of bent, and it feels like one arm looks longer than the other, but yeah, well, this one can go nearer more to the base. This one is kind of like stuck. That's particularly it. Even if you adjusted that, it feels like if you pushed it, it would break, and I don't like that. Before I forget, you've got on the shoulder there, you've got the lovely SPD logo, and it's just black there. So looking down, the belt buckle is exactly the same. You've got the holsters for his weapons, which is going to look kind of cool, but it feels like there's one missing. Like, I don't know if it's the trainee blaster or something. So I feel like there's something maybe missing. I may be completely wrong, that I'm thinking of something completely different, but we can see it there. Maybe it's just one, like his pole weapon goes in this one, and then obviously the blaster thing goes in there. We'll find out. But there we go. We got the kind of like the blues and the blacks work really, really well. And that is pretty much it. The boots are very, very simple. Just a silver trim with black. Looks kind of effective. Looks really nice. That's pretty much it. You've got some lines down here that look like the ruffles for the leather. And there we go. Turning around, same thing. nothing really much to kind of write home about. At the back of this, we can see that you've got the blues and blacks, and then just basically the arms. That's really it. There's not much here. Maybe this is the same thing as we see in the show. Is it different? Is it a lot thicker? Let me know down below in the comments. But yeah, like, can you, obviously I'm just adding this in now, but can you see that? Like, his arm looks closer, but it's like he can't have a normal arm. It has to be, one has to be far out. It annoys me a little bit. Back of the helmet, super fine. Got the line detail along the helmet, so you've got the point. Also, just because I missed it out, like, you've got the red paint look like that there. That's a little bit sloppy, where you can see that there's a line that's not painted. It feels like they've pushed the paint to that side, but yet seem to have got it perfect for that one. So I don't know what's going on there, but And here's SPD A Squad, which pretty much when I saw this, I was like, oh, you're just reusing space helmets. Well done. So pretty much as we see, we've got the space helmet, we've got the SPD logo on, we've got this kind of like funky thing around here, which has SPD on there. If you can see it just there. And then it's on the other side as well, just like that, which is absolutely fine. So when looking at it, it always reminds me of like hockey, like, you know, football padding and stuff that they've just got on. We can see that there's blue, there's silvers, there's blacks. You've got the SPD dog logo right there. And then obviously we've got the kind of like armbands that go on just like that. Again, like, it's soft plastic. It looks like it could be removed if you knew where to cut or where to move it. But yeah, it looks kind of cool. So we know at some point very soon we're going to be getting the Blue Space Ranger, which is, look, I reckon it'll be in like wave 10 or something like that. But it's really cool that they've done it. And the only thing I probably would say is a little bit of paint there, and that's not properly painted. Reminds me very much of Zeo Blue. Moving down, buckle exactly the same, gauntlets, whatever they are, kind of cuffs, that's the thing. We can see there's more kind of like detail around his kind of chest, as you can see just there with the black lines and the black kind of holes. Again, looks kind of awesome for what it is. Now, this is the most detail that I've seen from any sort of figure so far when it comes to it. We've got shin pads, kneecaps, and then obviously we've got the basic kind of shoes, which is fine, but at least it feels like there's something added extra, not just like generic boots or something very kind of simple. On the back, very, again, normal as you can see here. There isn't that much. Obviously you can just see where the pads are, and that's pretty much it for that one, to be fair. Back is very footballish. Like, they literally just went down to a sporting store and bought some stuff, and that was pretty much it. But you know, you've got details of the lines here, you've got shapes there, you've got the buckle. Now, I didn't mention it, I don't think, on Sky, but I really like the fact that they added this kind of buckle here because it's definitely on the show. So I'm glad they didn't kind of like leave it out. So we can see there's more lines there. On the side, you have some pads there that says SPD, and it says exactly the same. So I like the attention to detail that they've put in this one. It feels a little bit different. Blue lines across there. The back of the helmet's quite nice. We pointed out there's a lot of detail. Like, this feels like you could literally just take it off straight away and just have a Blue Space Ranger. So it wouldn't surprise me that underneath, and I think you can just about see it, that there is blue going around. So if you could take this off and there wasn't any marks, at least you could see it. Now, it kind of reminds me of Blue Centurion for some strange reason, but yeah, that's roughly about it. You can see that they've painted along the back, so I reckon Space Blue will be out very, very soon. So it has a look at the articulation for it. Now, that foot is very easy. Like, that's the most easiest one I've seen so far. But yeah, we find out that one, that's a lot harder to move. But we know that there's always going to be a figure like that. The leg feels a little bit bent, like it needs to be adjusted a lot, like so, just to make it look fine. But that's really, again, easy to kind of, but again, this one feels like it's gonna snap. Why don't Hasbro really kind of work on this? It just feels really silly all the goddamn time. Like, if you want to pose it properly, the legs move back, but again, they're stuck with the bump. But you can move the leg around like so that way. Torso is fine. You can see that there is a lot more kind of that they have painted all the way down, so it's not just like it stops halfway through, but as you can hear it, it's fine. The arm goes up like so, and spins all the way around like that. It just feels really weird. I still wish it could be brought in a bit more. And then you've got kind of up and down on that one. Hands spin around. I really wish these cuffs were painted like a lot better, because it just feels like they should be silver and it should stand out. So again, we've got the helmet, turns all the way around like so, and there we go for him. Looking at this one, again, are we going to get the same sort of thing? Foot's a bit hard on that one, but perfectly on that one. So I wonder what the thing is. Do they just use different joints, or it's everything exactly the same? Legs won't bend all the way back, so it's very hard to kind of pose if you want properly. Legs kind of move around. Now this one's a little bit easier than that one. So then we try this. We try that, and then try. So you don't get a lot of kind of articulation from that, because I'm guessing it's this, which kind of stops it a bit, which I think is a bit harsh. Arms go up, arms go up. I think it's the reason why these arms feel a lot better is because they're not thinner, like they're more bulkier. But now, since I've done that, I feel like the arms are easily moved, like it's loosened the joint way too much. So we can see you can move those up, and if you want to turn the helmet around, you can do, and that is particularly it for what it is. So this one's a little bit better. Actually, no, I'm going to say this one's a little bit worse, not better. I think SPD Blue is a bit better when it comes to articulation. It doesn't feel like it's flimsy, or it's not, but the arms are so much better. Oh, don't know if I didn't do the arms. So the arms do kind of twist. Hands go around, as you can see. I don't know if I did it on Sky, can't remember. Hands go around like so you can at least see that. Here we go with changing the head. Now, is it gonna pop like normal? They really need to start changing how these come off, because that literally took ages. I generally thought that this was gonna pop out and it was gonna be the worst thing, like we were gonna get a broken figure. So even like when I look at the joints there, it kind of makes me think, well, there's a bit there that's going to kind of come off. So I'm not going to, like, I really want to put the head on properly. That's effectively what it looks like on there. Just trying to push it down, I have a feeling that if I tried to pull the head off, it would just massively look really bad. But looking at it, I think it's a very unique look for him. This does definitely remind me of the actor who plays Sky, but I also kind of really want to buy the Star Trek figure and put him on it, because obviously he was in Star Trek Discovery. But it looks really cool. Like, I generally really like it. So I generally think that this looks absolutely sort of perfect for this figure, and I'm absolutely really happy with it. The eyes, the cheeks, the hair, all on point, which is absolutely kind of like stunning. Like, you could literally have that as just a thumbnail or something, just like that. If I move my fingers, yeah, that looks really cool. I really like it. I want to show this part here. Now, since I've just replaced the head, it's become a little bit looser. Now, I don't know if this is a really good thing or if this is a bad thing, but at least it's not like wobbling all over the place. So for me, I would recommend that if you're getting this figure, keep the helmet on rather than replacing it, because you don't want the head to kind of like come out of its socket. But yeah, it kind of looks better like that. Also, is really cool when you look at it like that. So yeah, let's carry on. So here is the blaster. I'm hoping that you can see it. Now, I really like the blacks and the blues, and you've got the SPD logo there, and then it's on the exact same one. Is it literally mirrored? Yeah, so it's not mirrored, but obviously it's kind of reversed, which is kind of cool. So I really like the blaster. You can add a lot to it. So you can add this special effect if you wanted to do that. Do that. So you have to be very careful to putting it right. So effectively, when it does, just to have a look. Oh, okay. So actually, you can't add this to the blaster because the hole for the gun doesn't go in. So this is probably for something else. But you kind of think they would have made it for it. So here is basically one of, like, there's Sky's weapon there. So you've got the lovely black, silver. You've got the SPD logo there. Damn, it's like, I'm hoping the camera picks this up quite well. So you can see that there is some detail. Again, there's SPD, and then you get these, which is basically here's extra sort of weapon, which, you know, is just going to stay in the box. And that's it, it's just going to stay in the box. You have this extra part here, which I'm guessing when we look at here, it attaches on like so. So you can add in little things if you want to on that one, which I think is kind of cool. Or is it meant to hold it like that? So, you know, like that way, or whichever way you want. That one looks more like it to me. So there we go. So you can see that even on here, you have some detail lines across that one, which is absolutely fine. And you get the, obviously, the lightning effects, which I absolutely hate. But hey, I know people like them. So yeah, there we go. That's all the accessories that you get. So there we go. There are both of them. I've got to admit, I'm not as keen on this one. Oh, I also noticed that on his shoulder it says A for A Squad. I didn't really kind of notice that. Oh well. Yeah, for this one, I'm not a huge like fan of. Like, it's good to have SPD coming out so we can actually get the entire figures, and I kind of want to collect every single one, but I just feel like in some sort of level that this isn't a figure pack that I would have liked. I probably would have had them separately because it would have worked out like 10 times better. I think I would have rather have done that rather than buying like a double pack. So it more kind of like, yeah, I'll collect Sky, he's the one that I want, but as much as I'm not an SPD fan, again, like, I don't know if anyone wanted A Squad or if this is just something that they kind of threw in. If you wanted A Squad, cool. If you didn't, cool. But either way, I think I would have much preferred to have Sky on his own because that seems to be the better one for me. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Like, I think the only thing is just his arm pretty much looks exactly the same everywhere and little things like that. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. What are your thoughts? What do you think about this? Are you liking it? Yes or no? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you like this sort of content and you want to see more, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as that cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.